I would like to invite our viewers to the second chapter of the series named Saturday Trends, where every Saturday we come up with a live session to help you dive deep into your dreams and build a career path to achieve them. So, the second chapter of Saturday Trends is all about cracking the aptitude test, the first door to knock. Well, we all know that aptitude tests are the greatest deciding factors, be it competitive examination or a selection for job interview, and play a huge part in deciding the course of our future. So today we have with us Pankaja Kopulkar ma'am, a subject matter expert who will guide us and address us for the preparation of an aptitude test. So hold on till the end for the news report, which will consist a list of various coding competitions being held for the upcoming week. So we'll be discussing that. Also, there's a bunch of information coming your way, so stay tuned. Also, if you have any doubts or queries regarding this session, you all can comment it down below. Our speaker will address it at the end of this session. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so as we know that the aptitude test is challenging enough, so how does one start preparing for it, and what is your opinion on that, ma'am?
Hi, Himani. I welcome
Yeah,
you all.
hello.
Thanks for joining. And the first question that you have asked that how one should prepare for aptitude test.
Yeah.
Basically, if I have to talk about the placement or one wants to be employed, uh, only except few people, those who want to be an entrepreneur or those who want to join their family business. Let's keep
Hmm.
these people aside and let's talk about rest of them who wants to be employed. Okay, so they have
Okay.
different mode of employabilities available for them. One is either they'll get a college placement off campus, on campus, be it any type of placement, or they can choose to go for further studies, or some people might want to go for, let's say, government exams or competitive exams, right? IS, IPS, be
Yeah.
it anything. Okay, so these are some current few trends or few job opportunities that we will have available. Now, when we are talking about these people, there is one thing in common that everybody has to go through one thing that is called as aptitude. Now, obviously, there is no running away from aptitude. Let's say even if you want to go do MTech or ME, you'll have to go through GATE. And even GATE also there is 15% marks for aptitude. Then let's say if you want to do MBA, be it in the in the country or outside the country, you'll have to go through CAT, Maharashtra CT for Maharashtra students, or GMAT if you want to do it abroad. Or let's say for the students who want to do MS, GRE TOEFL, इसका मतलब एक ही है. Even if you want to do a job, even if you want to go to for further studies, even if you want to prepare for competitive exams, the first step is going to be aptitude. And for preparation, I would suggest aptitude is not a difficult or for which you need rigorous practice or a 4 year long like an engineering course. No, you don't need that, because if you focus on the topics, critical reasoning, um, pie charts, okay, then we have data arrangement, या फिर percentages, profit and loss, ये जो सारे topics है, we somewhere deal with all these topics in our day to day life. Right. So there is nothing new in these topics, or there isn't something foreign you have no idea about. Basically, it is around you. All you have to do is look around and look for the things. Basically, this is the knowledge you're going to use somewhere in your life. Actually, because let's take an example of, or I would like to ask all the engineers here. You have studied M1, M2, M3. So, how often do you use that minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac wala formula for doing silly calculations, or let's say derivation, integration, reverse integration, Laplace formula, Forman's rule. So these are obviously technical mathematics, but when it comes to our day-to-day life, we use topics like profit and loss, percentages, discount, simple interest, compound interest, right? So these are the topics which are not going to be difficult for you. So preparation will also not be difficult you unless and until you follow some method. I would suggest focus on the factor for which you are preparing, and according to that, for everyone, the preparation method will change. For example, I would suggest if you start from basic and topic, one by one topic, then and then only it will be easier for you to prepare thoroughly and to be very good at that one particular thing. So that was my answer,
So
Himani.
basically, for there's no moving away from the aptitude tests, right? Yeah, definitely. So, can you tell us about a few topics involved in the aptitude test and also the books and websites that we can search for?
It is divided into three parts, and for certain perspective, it is divided into four parts. First part is quantitative aptitude, that would be mathematics basically, but not mathematics that that is asked in M1, M2, M3. Okay, this will be a basic mathematics. Second part is
Mhm.
verbal, and third part is logical reasoning. Now, again,
Okay.
in some cases, there comes a fourth part that is called as visual reasoning. So, if we break these topics, I would only suggest the hot topics. We call it hot topics because these are the topics which will be asked in every aptitude test. Time and
Okay.
work, time, speed and distance, data arrangement, data interpretation, critical reasoning, reading comprehension, parajumbles, closed passages. So these are few topics which are considered as very, very important. Then there comes topics like permutation, combination, profit and loss, ratio proportion, number, system, geometry, mensuration. So there are few more topics like beta clocks and calendars, and again the problems based on trains, trains, rivers, boats. So there are different types, but I guess important ones are or the difficult ones I would say is for a normal person would be quantitative aptitude, and for some people it would be verbal because the passages are comparatively bigger and the time limit is shorter. So these were the few topics. And if one wants to prepare, there are very vast data available on internet, but I would suggest if you want to work on your basics, that means if you want to learn the concept, go on YouTube. Be it banking exams, taste adda, time, or ELC. So there are, or Mahindra. So these are few sites where good aptitude content is available. The understanding or the explanation part is very good on YouTube. Or let's say if you are familiar with the basic, then you can directly go for mock test. Okay, so for mock test also Prep Insta, Face Prep. Again, we have India Bix. So Magic Wall. So these are few which can be used for quantitative aptitude and your logical reasoning. But for English, you can go for textbook, Lofoya. So here also you'll get plenty of mock test available. Even if you pick one exam for you which you're preparing or be it a TCS, so related to that the different content will be available on internet. And if you want to go for books, then Agrawal is the best book available, and then again there are Arun Sharma. So the material is available in a vast content, but it depends on you how much you're ready to prepare and how much you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
actually inhale. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So basically, these exams do have a specific time constraint, be it whether we are preparing for the job interview or whether we are giving a certain competitive examination. So these exams have a certain time constraint. So how can one manage time and what should be one's strategy when preparing for it?
um, Strategy would be different for each and every person. For example, let's say Himani wants to bag a job in MNC. Let's take an example of TCS Digital. Okay, there is another guy. Let's say Mayur. He wants to prepare for MBA, so he's preparing for CAT. There is another guy who's preparing for CT. So you people are preparing for different modules, so according to that your preparation is going to differ, right? And so is the time management factor, because for company to company the time period which is given for particular question or particular set of questions would be different. जैसे अगर हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं टीसीएस का, ठीक है, if one wants to prepare for TCS, the list of topics that I just told you, not all topics will be included. There will be very few topics which would be asked in TCS, but the level would be very higher. So here, let's say Himani, you want to bag a job in TCS, you have to focus on the factor. For example, let's say you'll have to identify which factor you're lagging in, or which is your weak factor. On that particular factor you'll have to work on. Let's say अगर आपके लिए मतलब this is going to be different for everybody, but what I would suggest is here in these exams, confidence is the key, because and you gain confidence only when you can solve the question correctly. So I would suggest always go with the easiest questions, because if the question is difficult or time consuming, you're going to waste so much of your time on the difficult part, and you might miss out on the topics which can actually make you gain more and more points. So this is gonna differ for everybody, but I would suggest you'll have to identify for yourself which is my strong point, which is my weak point. Then work on weak point more. And when it comes to time management, देखो कि कितना टाइम लगता है फॉर इजी क्वेश्चन, हाउ मच टाइम इज टेकन फॉर डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन. सो अकॉर्डिंगली आप उनको सेग्रीगेट कर सकते हो. जैसे I'll just take an example. If for quantitative there are 50 questions, and for verbal there are 20 questions, and the time window is somewhere around 100, तो ऐसे कुछ questions हैं. But if I can see that verbal has only 20 questions, तो मैं उसको 15 minutes ही दूंगी, because verbal and logical reasoning are the part where you can actually gain some marks, where you can gain some time, and that you can utilize for difficult questions of quantitative aptitude. So according to the you know type of questions, or according to the method of questions that are asked, according to that the time management is going to change. So you'll have to identify your strong points and weak points first, and then accordingly you can segregate your time for the segments of the question. Yes, that
Yeah,
was my
definitely.
answer.
Also, while giving these exams, we have a certain kind of pressure. So,
Mhm.
how do we maintain that? Like, how do we overcome the fear and remain patient throughout?
Okay, so the fear comes when you're not prepared, right? If you're prepared, you'll be very, very confident. So, but ये जो multiple choice questions होते हैं, no one is really sure about it, because unless and until you have prepared really well, you cannot say whether I'm confident about this, right? So to handle mental pressure, I would suggest go with easy questions first, because when you solve easy questions, that time you'll gain some confidence. Yes, I can do it, and this is piece of cake. Now whatever time I have saved here, I can utilize for difficult questions. So this confidence factor is going to play a key role. So, and to keep yourself motivated is, I would say, always picture the handsome package that you want to get, or the MNC that in which you want to work. Always picture it. So whenever you come across a rock bottom, when you hit your rock bottom and you feel that अब नहीं हो पा रहा है, or this is difficult for me, just think of your dream, whatever dream you have. So you have particular institute, यूनिवर्सिटी इन योर माइंड कि बस मुझे इसी यूनिवर्सिटी में मुझे एमएस करना है, इसी कॉलेज में मुझे IIM अहमदाबाद ही जाना है. So when you have this thing on your mind, it is gonna obviously boost your confidence, or it is gonna prompt you to do good. So to boost your confidence, the best part is all you can do is just remember or keep recalling that dream in your mind, and do not stop working. Work towards your goal, then and then only you'll feel confident, and you wouldn't think for the factors, the negative factors, that the mental pressure, और ये मुझसे नहीं हो पा रहा है, क्यों नहीं हो पा रहा है, if it is not happening now, it will happen someday. All I have to do is prepare for it. So when you keep a positive mindset, you wouldn't come across the negativity, and even if comes, you'll fight with it strongly, unless and until you're well prepared for it. Hanji.
Yeah, so the key points to take from here are keep a positive attitude and keep practicing. Okay.
Yes.
So by now we know that cracking an aptitude test is not a cakewalk and one needs to be disciplined throughout. So how
Hmm.
can one maintain the consistency while preparing for the same?
Yeah, now I would segregate this answer for two types of people. First, those who have no idea of the basics of aptitude, and the people who are slightly better in technical knowledge or aptitude. Okay, so the people who are not really good in aptitude, for them, I would suggest go with the basic one. Try to learn the concept first. कि मतलब, let's say if it is if you're trying to learn interest, then go with कि परसेंटेजेस फर्स्ट, कि मतलब परसेंटेजेस के जब आप बेसिक सीख लेते हो तो आपको प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस या फिर परसेंटेजेस, सॉरी, कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, सिंपल इंटरेस्ट, ये जो टॉपिक है वो आपको इजी जाते हैं. So those people need to work on their basis, and when you feel confident कि अभी चलो ठीक है मेरे basics ठीक है, now I'm ready to face questions, right? Then and then only you go and you apply whatever you have learned, the logic that you have learned on the questions. ठीक है. Now, the second type of people, that is they already know the basic, because these are the topics that we have studied till 10th standard. So if you remember your basics and you're good at it, or let's say your programming languages, the technical skills, if you're good at it, then you can directly start with mock test. When you take more and more mock test, you understand the pattern. एक आपको आदत पड़ जाती है कि इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन को बस इतना ही टाइम देना है. दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट माय कप ऑफ केक, सो आई विल skip this question or I'll attend this question at the end of the test. So ये जब आप कंसिस्टेंसी फॉलो करते हो तो आपको क्वेश्चंस में भी jumble नहीं होगा. Because if you have no idea about the basic and you directly start giving mock test, तो उसमें क्या होने वाला है, you're gonna get confused कि चलो इस क्वेश्चन के लिए ये लॉजिक था, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए डिफरेंट लॉजिक है, कितने लॉजिक याद करने पड़ेंगे. नो, चूज वन टॉपिक और उसको घूट जाओ. मतलब उसके बारे में यू हैव टू लर्न एवरीथिंग, एवरी ग्लिच, एवरी लूप होल. उसमें अगर कुछ एक्सेप्शंस भी है, दोज यू हैव टू लर्न, एंड देन ओनली आई सजेस्ट गो टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. तो जब बेसिक क्लियर होता है तो हमें आगे जाने में आसानी हो जाती है. ऐसे माने.
समझ नहीं आती. So yeah, the key point over here is that we should have our basics clear.
यस.
Yeah, okay. So, what if someone is from non-IT background and wants to make it into an IT industry? So, how should one prepare for it accordingly?
Okay, for non-IT people, I would suggest the best part about you guys is you don't only get to sit for core companies. You also have an opportunity to sit for IT companies, that too multinational companies. Multinational company is like TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra. These type of companies are also recruiting people from non-IT background. So ये आपके लिए best चीज है. But again, you'll have to think from this perspective that you're competing with the people who have studied 4 years of their life in IT and in comp. तो आपका competition इन लोगों के साथ है, because the recruiter is not going to see whether this person is from different background and still he wants to pursue career in, let's say, web developing or in programming, right? They are not going to care about this. They are just going to see who is the best guy here, or the best girl here, and they're going to recruit them. So to tackle with this situation, I would suggest कि आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा एप्टीट्यूड तो है ही, बट आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस पे फोकस करना स्टार्ट कर दो. क्योंकि अगर आपको कंपटीशन में रहना है, आपको रेस में रहना है, देन यू विल हैव टू बीट द बेस्ट वंस इन आईटी. तो और ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब कंपटीशन को बहुत ज्यादा होगा. आई गिव यू वन एग्जांपल. TCS Digital is considered as one of the toughest exams, but a student from 2019 pass out, sorry, 2020 pass out. This year, he's in last year. So in last July September, TCS Digital visited RSCOE campus, and and the student was from mechanical, still he bagged a job in TCS Digital. So if you decide that I want to achieve this particular thing, or if you decide that you want to work in this particular company, then only you can do it. No one can stop you from doing it unless and until you are prepared. ठीक है. So I would suggest go on sites. आप अगर TCS mock test Google करोगे तो आपको 25-26 ऑप्शन मिल जाएंगे, आप मॉक टेस्ट ले सकते हो and you can start preparing right away. I guess this is the best time to prepare because you have ample amount of time available. अभी आप कॉलेज में बिजी नहीं हो, तो कॉलेज लेक्चर्स के अलावा, इंटर्नशिप के अलावा भी आपको काफी टाइम मिलता है टू प्रिपेयर और टू वर्क ऑन योर एप्टीट्यूड एंड टेक्निकल स्किल्स. हाँ जी,
So,
हिमानी.
can you give a few suggestions to the students preparing only for the competitive exams like GRE, GATE, CAT, or CET?
Okay, for the students, most of the students have already enrolled themselves in tuitions. But again,
Yeah, yeah.
if you go on Quora and read the experience from the
Hmm.
people, let's say for MBA, अगर हम बात करते हैं, I am the best obviously, but एक simple सा बात करते हैं, if somebody wants to work only in, or somebody wants to do college only in Mumbai and Pune. So best of the
Hmm.
colleges are, let's say, JBMS और सिडनम, ये अच्छे कॉलेजेस हैं एमबीए के लिए, क्योंकि
Hmm.
उनका आरओआई अच्छा है. फिर इन दिल्ली आईएमएस वगैरह वी हैव नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज अवेलेबल. फिर जेआरई वगैरह के लिए अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, जेआरई, टोएफल, आईएलटीएस, या फिर कम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम जैसे गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम, सरकारी एग्जाम्स के लिए, आप बैंकिंग एग्जाम्स के लिए अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, रेलवे वगैरह, तो I would say this is the time you should start going through mock test, क्योंकि हर
Hmm.
एग्जाम का पैटर्न अलग रहने वाला है. So आप भले ही एप्टीट्यूड में you're really good in aptitude, quantitative aptitude is your strong point, या फिर verbal कोई आपका strong point है, you can solve questions, आपका आंसर करेक्ट आ ही जाता है, but that is not going to matter unless and until you're thorough with the pattern. क्योंकि हर एग्जाम का पैटर्न अलग रहने वाला है. जीआरई का पैटर्न अलग है, कैट का पैटर्न अलग है, सीटी का पैटर्न अलग है. जो बैंकिंग
Hmm.
एग्जाम से उसके पैटर्न अपडेट होते हैं, चेंज नहीं होते. Even if there are changes, there are slightest of the changes, but when you are thorough with the pattern, you'll get an idea कि चलो यहाँ पे जो मुझे टाइम बचने वाला है वो मैं इस फैक्टर में यूज करूंगी. I'll give you one example. Let's say MSCT, sorry,
Hmm.
MAHCT, which is Maharashtra CT for MBA colleges in Maharashtra. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
it has four segments. One is quantitative aptitude, again logical reasoning, visual reasoning, and verbal. So इसमें if you're going through pattern, you'll understand there are 200 questions and the time limit is of 2 hours and 30 minutes. तो मतलब आपको इतनी कम टाइम में, उससे ज्यादा, मतलब एक क्वेश्चन का आपको 1 मिनट से भी कम टाइम मिल रहा है. तो आप ये
Hmm.
सेग्रीगेट कैसे कर सकते हो? यूल हैव टू सेव योर टाइम इन विजुअल रीजनिंग, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग एंड वर्बल. यहाँ पे जो आपका टाइम सेव होता है, दैट यू कैन यूटिलाइज फॉर योर क्वांटिटेटिव पार्ट. तो जब आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, गो थ्रू पैटर्न, पैटर्न को ऐसे घूट के पी जाओ, so then and then only you can focus on the question part, and
Yeah.
the difficulty level. Yes,
Yeah. So while preparation, keeping the pattern in mind also plays a huge role. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay. So, what according to you will be the significance of these aptitude tests during and after the pandemic situation?
Okay, so no one can really give a statement about it, but
Hmm.
if we just do the analysis, even you can do it. Okay, uh,
Hmm.
everybody understands one thing, that human interaction has become very, very difficult in today's situation. That can happen only
Absolutely.
like a one-to-one interaction. But again,
Yeah.
we have so many digital platforms available. हमारे
Hmm.
क्लासेस भी घर बैठे हमारे क्लासेस हो रहे हैं, मतलब everything is getting modified and so will be the companies. या फिर जो हमारे रिक्रूटर्स है, they're gonna adopt this new technologies, they're going to utilize these new technologies for the betterment. शायद ये भी हो सकता है this time the level would be higher as they can literally access you. Okay, so
Hmm.
earlier also the aptitude test वगैरह used to be conducted through online platforms only. जैसे
Hmm.
AMCAT है, GoCube से, इनके थ्रू TCS एग्जाम्स कंडक्ट किए जाते थे. मतलब दैट इज नॉट गोना बी इशू. नाउ द ओनली डिफरेंस दैट वी think will be that instead of having your one-on-one interview in a person interview, it would be on Skype or telephonic interview. So I don't think the
Yeah.
it would be there would be a much difference, but there will be slightest changes, and I guess we should be adapting these changes positively, क्योंकि वो कभी ना कभी तो होने ही वाला था. अभी नहीं तो फिर कभी ना कभी होने वाला था. So this is
Hmm.
the time where we can actually work on our communication skills, or uh, if somebody has problem with human interaction, they again have this best opportunity, especially for introverts or the people who have this glossophobia. So again, they can also start working on it, and for extrovert also, they'll need a lot of work. So I guess this is
Yeah.
not gonna be very different, but the change will be there, and that only we need to adapt for ourselves.
Yeah. So now the only way is to be prepared for any situation that rises ahead. So, why, according to you, are aptitude considered as selecting criteria in any jobs or competitive exams? Why do they play a primary role for selection more than the interview?
Okay. See, when you work in a company, the company is not going to select you only for the job role they're offering. Okay. So they are going to see you as a very confident candidate who can be beneficial to company in the coming years as well. Let's say
Hmm.
if you get selected as a junior engineer, now all your life you cannot be a junior engineer, right? There would be
Yeah,
factors like new opportunities, appraisals, promotions, right? Even they want people who are versatile, who can go beyond their comfort zone, work on themselves for the betterment of the organization. So for
yeah,
that, they need a medium to assess a person, right? And this aptitude, personal interview, group discussion are the mode to assess you. For example, tell me one thing. Uh, ये जो aptitude के हमारे questions है, they are like the questions that we actually use somewhere in your day to day life. That is the first statement that I had given. So in short, they are checking the person is normal, okay, who can actually work on the simplest thing as well as the complex things, right? और फिर आते हैं हम group discussion या फिर personal interview. Now everybody has this resume. In resume there is a second statement, career objective. Now I'm sure around 90% students copied from internet. Now you have used this
hmm,
wonderful vocabulary in your career objective, but when it comes to interaction, one-on-one
yeah,
interaction,
yeah,
you are using very basic English, or even in that,
hmm,
if you're making silly grammatical mistakes, by
mistakes.
chance the
Hmm,
person gets access, right? If you
yeah,
make a mistake in email, you're sending it to client. Now this is not going to be this is not going to be considered as a mistake done by Himani. That would be considered as a mistake done by employee of this particular company. So when you work in the company, you're representing their organization, and that is why they want the best people, and that is why all these rounds are uh, considered,
yeah,
and that is
taken
why
into
they give so much of
consideration.
importance. Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, okay. So, thank you so much, ma'am. Now, let's take a quick view at the news report of various coding competitions being held before we answer all the questions that audiences have asked us. So, okay. Also, note that all the websites that I'll mention will be put up at our website, betrainophilic.com. So, okay, let's get started with the coding competition. So, I'll just tell you all what all is being held currently. Firstly, we have Code Arena by Hacker Earth. Code Arena is a two-player game to find the fastest coder. So basically, a problem statement is given to both the coders, and the one to solve it first wins the game. So do check out their guidelines on the website. It's Code Arena by Hacker Earth. Next, we have Digit Recognizer by the Kaggle website. The third one is a machine learning challenge by Hacker Earth, and their problem statement says machine learning language, will your employees leave you? So basically, this is a challenge that they've posted on their website. And the deadline of this challenge is between June 10 to June 30, 7:30 a.m. IST. So approximately you'll have a timeline of between 17 days. And the next one is also a challenge from Hacker Earth, and the problem statement says deep learning challenge, identify the dance form. So the submission of this challenge is between May 21 to 5th of July, 7:30 a.m. IST. So there is approximately a timeline of 22 days. Also, we have this TCS is also providing a internship program on their official website, so you all can just go and check out all the internship programs that they are providing us on TCS Ion. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining us. Hope to see you all at the third chapter of Saturday Trends next week at 5 p.m. So, do we have any questions from the audience? Okay, so most of the questions we've covered, and there are no questions in the comment box as of now. So, everyone, I'd like to say stay safe, stay blessed, and have a nice day. Thank you. Hope to see you all at the third chapter of Saturday Trends next week, 5 p.m. Thank you.